Every man wants the fire of desire back, but the truth is, you can't shortcut your way into the bedroom. You don't get desire by demanding it, begging for it, or trying to make her feel guilty for your horniness. You see, desire is the fruit, but the soil has to be safety, and the roots are connections supported by attraction. When you miss those, you'll be two strangers passing like ships in the night, scrolling your phones in separate rooms, with more intimacy between her and her Instagram feed than between the two of you. And that's the harsh reality. And if you don't face it, you'll have a dead bedroom, blaming her while never realizing it was weakness that dug the grave. Safety isn't about tiptoeing around her moods like you're walking on eggshells, terrified she might snap. That's not leadership, that's cowardice dressed as kindness. She doesn't want a man who flinches every time she sighs. She doesn't want you scrambling like a Walmart employee on Black Friday trying to find batteries for a customer that's already pissed off. She wants to know that you can face her storm without shrinking and see her fully when she's down. Real safety means this. She can rage, cry, withdraw, spiral, and you don't make it about you. You don't collapse, you don't try to solve her, you redirect her back into her heart with calm and movable presence. That's what makes her nervous system relax. That's when she feels deep down that she's not carrying the weight of the marriage alone. No safety, no opening, no softness, and no intimacy. Safety is the soil. Without it, everything else is just weeds. Here's where most men miss it. You think that if you could just get sex again, the connection would return. Wrong. That's your wiring. That's how men work. Connection through sex. But for her, it's the reverse. Sex flows through connection. And connection doesn't mean endless relationship talks that drag you both into the pit. It's not suffocating her with attention until she feels smothered. See, connection is presence. It's looking at her with eyes that actually see her instead of staring through her, waiting for your chance to get laid. It's listening without trying to fix. It's touching her without an agenda. It's sharing your truth without fear she'll explode. Connection is built in small moments stacked over time. It's like charging your phone overnight. But if you skip it, you run on 2% all day, desperate and irritable. But when you charge fully, everything flows. Connection is the root system that feeds her desire. Neglect it and nothing grows. Desire is not something you can manufacture by trying harder. It's not something you can force by whining and pleading and throwing money at flowers, vacations, and therapy sessions. Desire cannot be logically negotiated just like attraction. Desire blooms only when safety and connection are firmly in place. And here's the paradox. The less you chase it, the more it grows. If she feels safe and connected, her body will remember the hunger. But if she senses you're using those as tricks to manipulate her into sex, she shuts down harder than a bank vault. You see, desire can't be faked. It has to be nurtured. Think of it like growing tomatoes. You don't keep yanking the plant out of the soil to see if it's working. You water it, you feed it, you give it sun, and then you trust the process. In marriage, your steadiness is the soil, your connection is the water, and desire is the fruit that falls in your lap. And that's the truth that most men never face because they're too busy begging for validation instead of embodying presence. This is the battlefield where most men lose. You get one laugh, one playful touch, one soft kiss, and you sprint like a horny teenager trying to score before curfew. That desperation kills spark instantly. If you want her body to crave you again, you move at the speed of her turn on, not your need. You don't suppress your desire, you stand in it boldly, unashamed, but you don't dump it all over her like a sloppy salesman pitching too hard. You let her feel your hunger without being crushed by it. You let it breathe. You show her that you can hold fire without burning her. When she sees that, she begins to trust it. And then your safe, solid, unapologetic turn on will invite her turn on. Her body starts opening and yearning for you. Attraction is about restraint as much as it's about dominance. Power and safety combined. At her core, a woman is wired to surrender when she feels safe, connected, and seen. It's not theory, it's biology. Most men sabotage this by turning desire into a demand. They pressure, they pout, they weaponize rejection like children who didn't get their way. And every one of those moves screams, "You're not safe with me." And so she locks down. Flip the script. Show her that you can hold yourself whether she opens or not. Show her that your desire isn't about validation, it's about connection. When she feels that, she doesn't resist it. She runs towards it. She leans into it. She hungers for it. Desire stops being a negotiation and becomes a gift. And here's the kicker. The man who embodies this never has to beg again. Because he remembers what it feels like to surrender to him. Not because he demanded it, because he earned it through presence and not pressure. Safety, connection, and desire. That's the order. Skip the first two and you'll never taste the third. Build safety like a rock. Grow connection like roots. And desire will bloom again. Miss it and you'll die begging. Like the guy sending "you up" texts at 1 a.m., hoping for crumbs instead of standing like a king.